You ever see something that stops you dead in your tracks? Something so small, so ordinary, that most people would drive right past it without a second thought. Well, what I'm about to tell you. It's about a moment like that, except this moment saved a life. And it all started with 5 crumpled dollar bills and a dog that refused to give up. Now, before we dive in, dome a favor. If this story hits you the way it hit me, smash that like button. Drop a comment telling me where you're watching from seriously. I want to know if you're tuning in from New York, Tokyo, or somewhere I can't even pronounce. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We've got stories that'll make you cry, laugh, and question everything you thought you knew about loyalty. All right, let's get into it. So, picture this. It's Sunday morning. The sun's barely up. The streets are quiet. And Officer Daniel Brooks is bone-tired. He's just wrapped up a grueling overnight shift, the kind where you see too much, sleep too little, and can't wait to get home. His daughter, Lily, is sitting in the passenger seat, humming to herself, watching the world go by through the window. She's 8 years old, innocent, curious, the kind of kid who still believes in fairy tales. They're driving through the outskirts of town when Lily suddenly sits up straight, her little hand pressed against the glass. "Daddy, stop. Please." Daniel glances over. "What is it, sweetheart?" "That dog," she whispers, her voice trembling. "Can we... ... Can we buy that dog?" Now, Daniel's used to his daughter asking for things. Ice cream. A new toy. 5 more minutes at the playground. But this was different. There was something in her voice, something urgent, almost pleading. He follows her gaze and sees them. A man, probably in his 60s, sitting on the curb near a rundown gas station. His clothes are worn thin, stained with dirt and time. His face is weathered, lined with hardship, and next to him, sitting perfectly still, is a German shepherd. Thin, scraggly, but calm. Almost dignified. In front of them, propped against an old backpack, is a piece of cardboard with 4 words scrawled in shaky handwriting. "Dog for sale. $5. Daniel's heart sinks a little. He's seen this before. Desperation. People forced to give up the things they love just to survive another day. But something about this scene feels ... Off the man isn't shouting, isn't trying to get anyone's attention. And the dog Rex, according to the faded tag on his collar, isn't barking or wagging his tail. He's just sitting there, staring at the passing cars like he's waiting for something. Or someone. "Daddy, please," Lily says again. Softer this time. "Look at his eyes." And Daniel does. He really looks, and that's when it hits him like a freight train. He knows this dog. His stomach twists. His hands tighten on the steering wheel. 2 months ago, he'd been assigned to a case that kept him up at night. A mother and her 6-year-old son, Ben, had vanished without a trace. Their front door was wide open, blood on the kitchen floor. No witnesses, no leads, just silence. The only clue, a paw print near the back door, and a dog's name in the case file. Rex. Daniel pulls over so fast, the tires screech. His mind is racing. Could it be? Could this really be the same dog? He steps out of the car, his badge still clipped to his belt. The man looks up, startled. "Morning," Daniel says, trying to keep his voice steady. "That your dog?" The man shakes his head slowly. "Found him about 3 weeks back, down by the river. Poor guy was limping, half-starved. Thought maybe someone would come looking for him, but ... Double quotes he trails off, shrugging. Nobody ever did. I've been trying to take care of him, but I can barely feed myself. Haven't had a real meal in 2 days. I just want him to find a good home." Daniel crouches down, studying Rex more closely. the scar across his neck, the way he holds his left paw just slightly off the ground. And then he sees at the address on the collar tag, the same address from the missing persons report. His pulse pounds in his ears. "Sir?" Daniel says carefully. "Did this dog have anything with him when you found him? A leash? A bag? Anything at all?" The man nods toward a small, ragged sack beside him. "Yeah, just some old junk. Figured it might have been his owner's stuff." Daniel opens the bag with shaking hands. Inside, buried beneath a torn piece of fabric, is a child's bracelet. Silver, engraved with one word. Ben. Time stops. That's the missing boy's name. And this dog, this supposedly abandoned $5 dog, is the key to everything. Lily has quietly stepped out of the car and is kneeling beside Rex now, her small hands gently stroking his matted fur. The dog doesn't flinch. Doesn't pull away. Instead, he leans into her touch, closing his eyes like he's been waiting forever for this moment. "Daddy," she whispers. "He's been through so much, but he's still so gentle." Daniel swallows hard. He looks at the man. "I need to take this dog with me. Right now, I'll give you whatever you need, more than $5, but I need him." The man smiles faintly, sadly. "Keep your money, officer. Something tells me he's been looking for you all along." Within the hour, Daniel, Lily, and Rex are speeding toward the forest on the edge of town. The last place Ben's mother's car was seen before they disappeared. Daniel's called for backup, but he can't wait. Every second counts. The moment they reach the trailhead, Rex bolts. No hesitation, no confusion. He knows exactly where he's going. Daniel and 2 other officers follow, crashing through underbrush, stumbling over roots, their radios crackling with static. The dog is relentless, his nose to the ground, his body moving with purpose. After nearly half an hour of hard terrain, Rex stops abruptly and starts digging. Frantically, desperately. Daniel rushes over, dropping to his knees. Beneath a pile of leaves and branches, hidden under a fallen tree, is a small shelter barely more than a makeshift tent made of tarps and sticks, and inside, curled up in a torn blanket, is a little boy, Ben. He's weak, dehydrated, shivering, but alive. "Ben," Daniel breathes, pulling the boy into his arms. "We've got you. You're safe now." The boy's eyes flutter open, and the first word he whispers is, "Rex." The dog pushes his way in, licking Ben's face, whining softly. The kid wraps his arms around Rex's neck and doesn't let go. Later at the hospital, the full story comes together. Ben's mother had been attacked during a robbery. She'd managed to hide Ben in the woods and told Rex to stay with him. She'd gone for help, but collapsed from her injuries miles away. She was found unconscious 2 days later and had been in a coma ever since. No one knew Ben was still out there, except Rex. For 3 weeks, that dog had stayed by Ben's side, brought him food, kept him warm. And when Rex realized he couldn't protect the boy alone, he did the only thing he could. He found someone who could. He led the old man near civilization, and when that wasn't enough, he waited. Waited for the right person to see him, to recognize him, to understand. That Sunday evening, Daniel drove back to the gas station to thank the old man. But when he got there, the spot was empty. The cardboard sign was still there, fluttering in the breeze. But the man was gone. No name, no trace, just a ghost of kindness. Lily looked up at her dad from the back seat, where Rex was curled up beside her, finally resting. "He wasn't lost, Daddy. He was on a mission." Daniel nodded his throat tight. "Yeah, kiddo. Some heroes don't wear capes. Some of them just have 4 paws and a heart too big to quit," Rex barked. One soft, content and closed his eyes. Because some stories don't end. They just find the person brave enough to finish them. Now, listen, if this story grabbed you, if it made you feel something real, do me a solid, hit that like button. Drop a comment and tell me, this one got me. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that loyalty still exists in this world. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, you know you want more of this. Stories that matter, stories that move you. Until next time, ... Keep your heart open. You never know when a $5 miracle might change everything.